The movie starts with a soldier named Ray Garrison, who is currently on a mission. He gets into a room, and there he finds a terrorist who has taken a man hostage and has him at gunpoint. He asks Ray to put down his gun or he would shoot the man, and Ray does as he asks. Ray asks the terrorist about his demands, and the man tells him that he needs a helicopter right away. Ray tells him that he will have to make a call for that. Just as the terrorist points toward the telephone, Ray gets his pistol and shoots him. In the next scene, we see an air base and a group of soldiers approaching. Ray comes out. He is thrilled after successfully completing his mission and saving the hostages. He tells the other soldiers that no mission is impossible. Then he runs towards his wife and carries her in his arms. Ray and his wife Gina travel for a holiday to an Italian beachside town on the Amalfi Coast. There they get kidnapped by a group of mercenaries led by Martin Axe, who demand to know how the U.S. military learned about the hostages and their location. Ray refuses to reveal anything to him. Martin says he knew Ray was not going to open his mouth just like that. They then bring in his wife and threaten to hurt her if he does not open his mouth. Ray still insists that he can tell him about other things, but he cannot reveal what he wants. Ray then tells his wife that everything is going to be all right, and Martin, on the other hand, tells her that nothing is going to be fine. Axe, however, goes on to execute Gina in front of him.
For the advice.
Ray vows revenge, and Axe kills Ray as well. Then the scene changes, and we see an amnesiac Ray waking up in a lab of Rising Spirit Technologies, RST, a company in Kuala Lumpur specializing in cybernetic enhancements for disabled U.S. military personnel. He has been connected to all kinds of pipes. As he gets rid of the pipes and tries to get up, he falls off the bed, and a girl named Katie approaches him. Katie tells Ray that things are going to get better now. After that, a doctor named Harding approaches, and he is really excited to see Ray sitting up. He is the CEO and lead scientist, and he tells Ray that he is the first successful human subject of the Bloodshot program, resurrected and healed through the injection of experimental nanite technology, now replacing his entire bloodstream. He tells Ray that the U.S. military donated his body to their lab, and they had to put in a lot of effort to make sure that he woke up. He tells Ray they have come up with this program, which is going to be very useful in the U.S. military, as it also makes the individuals extra powerful. This is when Harding slices the palm of his hand, and Ray sees that his hand heals back within seconds. Harding now tells him that even if he is struck with a life-threatening shot, he could still recover quickly. Ray then asks them if it is in his blood, and Katie confirms it. She then goes on to add that he does not remember anything about his past because he has been classified. She tells him that he is just a subject now, and they are his owners, and he will do as they want, and will only know what they tell him. Harding tells him that this is going to be his future now, as he adds that he used to be a tennis player, and he was a champion at what he did, but he was diagnosed with cancer when he was just 15, and one of his hands was chopped off. Harding then shows Ray his new hand, and tells him that this hand is stronger and more powerful than his real hand. He adds that a lot of soldiers in the military end up losing their body parts, and he makes sure that they have new ones that work even better than the real ones. This new technology increases Ray's strength and heals his injuries, but the nanites need to be regularly replaced and recharged, or he will eventually succumb to damage and die again. Ray is introduced to Dr. Harding's other patients, including female former U.S. Navy diver KT, former U.S. Army Ranger Marcus Tibbs, and ex-Navy SEAL Jimmy Dalton. He tells him that all of these people are way more powerful than they used to be. Jimmy lost both of his legs, so now he has artificial legs. Another had lost his eyes, so they have connected artificial cameras which are connected to his brain, with which he can see everything. In the next scene, Ray wakes up feeling very powerful. He punches a pillar, and it starts to crack. Next, we see him hanging out with Katie, who tells him that she is used to living there now. She is used to seeing differently abled people, and she thinks that she is now a part of their lives, just as they are a part of her life. After that, he has a drink and he starts to have flashbacks. He gets extremely worked up as he now remembers everything. Ray takes his bag and drives out of there right away. Harding sees through the CCTV that he is leaving. He gets worried and tells his man to connect him with Ray right away. Harding then gets connected with him and asks him where he is going. He asks Harding how he is able to talk to him, as they are not even on the phone or anything. Harding tells him that they have connected wires to his brain and they can talk to him anytime they want. He then asks Ray to get back to the facility right away because he is now a part of their organization and is not allowed to leave. Harding adds that no one even knows him out there anyway. Ray, however, tells him that he knows who he is and that he had a wife who was murdered. After saying that, he speeds up. Using the nanites and RST servers to hack into databases, Ray tracks Martin, the man who killed his wife. Next, we see a number of cars moving together on the road. Martin is also there. As the cars go through a tunnel, the lights start to go off. Martin now begs the other people to let him out, but the cars crash into a truck. In the meantime, Ray appears and starts shooting at his car. They shoot back at Ray, but the bullets do not affect him at all. When Ray bleeds, his blood gets back into his body right away, and he is as powerful as ever. Other guards come out of their cars and start shooting too, but end up getting killed. When Ray is done with everyone else, he approaches Martin's car and kills him, avenging his beloved wife.
Advice.
Ray then goes on a runway, where KT Jimmy and other people from RST are waiting for him. Ray approaches KT and tells her that he successfully avenged his wife. They then take Ray to RST. Ray is immediately taken to the lab, where Harding starts working on him. He is put to sleep as his nanites are rebooted. His brain is now being reprogrammed, and they are installing new memories in him. KT objects to Harding, repeatedly manipulating Ray's memories, so he will go after different targets without question or remorse. She says Martin is wiping out his real life from his brain, and this is not fair at all. It is revealed that Harding is the one behind everything, and he reprograms people's brains in order to achieve his targets using them. Harding replaces Ray's memories with a new scenario of how Gina died, this time with Axe's associate, Nick Baris, as the culprit. He now wants Ray to kill Nick Baris. KT says Ray is a soldier, and he does not deserve this. Harding tells her that he is nothing but a dead soldier. KT is ignored and reminded that RST can kill her by deactivating her enhancements. Ray awakens, once again amnesiac, and is reintroduced to RST and experiences flashbacks of Baris kidnapping and killing him and Gina. We go through all the steps just like the first time. He now flies to England to kill Nick Baris. There, Nick is working in his office when a man brings him a suitcase. Baris opens the suitcase, and it turns out that there is a bomb inside, while Harding is keeping an eye on everything through the cameras. After a few minutes, Ray appears in the building and confronts Baris. He tells him that he is the one who murdered his wife, and Baris, of course, denies this, saying that there must be some confusion. He pleads with him, saying that RST is lying to him, but Ray does not listen to him and shoots him right away. After that, Wilfred Wiggins, a programmer forced to work for Baris, activates an EMP bomb that incapacitates Ray and severs his link with RST. Harding had been watching everything, but now he can't because there are no signals. In the meantime, Ray wakes up and attacks Wiggins. Wiggins tells him that he should consider him a friend, as he is on his side.
Likely that what you think is real sometimes ain't.
Ray starts getting confused. He tells Wiggins that he feels like his wife's murderer keeps changing. He experiences multiple contradicting memories of who killed Gina. He then goes on to give a sample of his blood to Wiggins, who takes a close look at his blood and expresses his amusement. Wiggins helps him realize RST has been manipulating him, so he would kill Harding's former associates. Ray tracks down Gina not only learning she is actually still alive, but that their relationship ended 5 years ago, and she has since started a new life and family in London. Harding sends KT after Wiggins, but after KT asks Wiggins for help in freeing herself from RST's control and taking down the corporation, she returns to RST and tells Harding she failed to capture the programmer. Meanwhile, Ray is recaptured by Dalton and Tibbs and brought back to the laboratory.
On my way.
Done.
KT and Wiggins sabotage the reprogramming process and destroy the RST computers. Ray awakens, but Dalton and Tibbs try to subdue him.
Right behind you. Dropping in. Let him go.
After a long battle, he kills them as the RST building collapses. Harding confronts Ray with a grenade launcher, confident that the soldier will surrender now that his nanites have been exhausted. To his surprise, Ray is willing to die to achieve victory and activates a grenade that the nanites deconstructed, killing them both. Ray later awakens with his full memories, revived by Wiggins, who has updated his technology so that his nanites are self-sufficient. He and KT then leave in search of a new life.